fabulous scrapbooking friends. So today I am sharing with you this cute little pinwheel card. So it just has a little belly band here that I'm showing you. And when you take off the belly band, it's kind of closed up the way you might close a box with one of the flaps tucked in under. And I've just got a cute little sentiment inside for a baby, because these are little baby cards. And then you can see you just sort of wrap it back up, and then the last one you tuck in underneath that flap there to close it all over, and then pop your belly band back on. Now this looks a little bit complex, but I promise you it's super easy if you have the right tools. So I am using my all-in-one memory keepers board, but really if you just have an envelope punch board or a scoring board, you should be pretty much okay. So to start with, I cut my cardstock at 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and you really want a double-sided cardstock. You want something that's two colors. And so as you can see, I've got this sort of mustardy spotty color and then the green. And you've got to decide which one do you want to be sort of the main background and which one do you want to have just the pinwheel part showing through. And once you've worked that out, you can get started on your scoring. So I'm going to put mine in and score on the envelope punch board at 4 3/4 inches all the way around on all four sides. And at the moment you want to score on what you're intending to be your background. Look, it doesn't really matter. You can absolutely fold these score lines in either direction. Just if you fold them the opposite way you think is right, you get less of a tear or less of a damage to your paper. That's all. So if you're not 100% sure which way you want to do it, just score them. So you're 8 by 8 inches on your envelope cutter at 4 3/4 inches on all four sides. Then you want to cut out the little teeny triangles that where the crossover score lines go. You want to cut them as neatly as you can, because they do affect the way your paper folds. If you don't quite cut it in the right spot, you end up with a little bit of overlap. Then you want to go in on your straight scoreboard at 1 inch and score all the way down. And you can see there that it's meeting up with the tip of that triangle that you cut out. Now, I decided for looks, I wanted an additional score on the example one that I showed you. So I also went ahead and scored at 1/4 inch as well. So you fold once and you fold back, fold once and fold back, fold once and fold back. Now that is the traditional way that this card was sort of designed to look. And this is actually the way I'm going to keep this particular version that I'm making with you on camera. But the example version that I showed you earlier, I actually did an additional little fold just for looks. So you can see here I'm playing with the two colors to see which style I like the best, and I definitely like that way better. Now, so this additional little looks fold is, see just there when I fold it over and then fold that little teeny tiny bit back, that 1/4 inch back. On this card with this patterned paper, I didn't feel that that was necessary, but on the example one that I showed you at the start of the film, I really liked that look, so I did keep that for the example one. But for this, I'm not going to keep that additional little tuck fold. I'm just going to leave the 1 full inch fold. So I hope that makes sense. I do have close-up photos coming at the end, so you will be able to see a bit better how the pinwheels do look that little bit different in the two different cards. So that is how I'm going to keep it. I'm then going to get out my sewing machine and I'm going to do 2 lines of stitching. This is just for fun. This is just for looks because I like it. You absolutely do not need this in your card. It is not necessary in terms of making your card functioning. I am going to stitch down that additional fold line that I'm not actually going to use. I'm going to stitch that just so it looks like that fold there was on purpose and it doesn't look weird. And I'm also going to stitch a little bit in from the very edge of the pinwheel fold, and I will show you that as well. So after I've done my 2 stitched lines, I'm going to pop that aside and I'm going to cut a 7 7/8 squared piece of white paper, or it might even have been 7 3/4 piece of white paper to be the mat inside my card. And I'm just stamping a cute little sentiment that is from another one of Katie's Stamping Up sets called, sorry, that was a bang, called Sweet Baby. And the little sentiment says, cute and cuddly, soft and sweet, someone to make your life complete. I just thought that was super cute. And I just stamped that in a corresponding colour to the pattern paper. So on that particular one with my pattern paper, that was Peanut Brittle. And on my example one, it was Nautical Blue. And I'm using a collection called Hide and Seek from Kaiser Craft to create these. That's where all these pattern papers have come from. You can see there that there's owls on the back of that paper. I'm literally just using the back of a thin piece of patterned paper to be my mount for where the person would write their message inside, because you don't know. They have no idea. So there, I've gone ahead and done that. So that's all been stitched. And then I just chose another complementary piece of paper from in that set and cut a little belly band. It's a 1 inch wide band that just fits beautifully around. It's about 8.5 inches long to fit around the card. Now you don't want to make that too snug. You do want to make sure it's going to slide on and off your card without getting sort of too stuck. So I am just being careful with how tight that goes on. You absolutely could have used a matching cardstock to what you've already done, but I wanted to use a complementary cardstock, so one that was similar but not exactly the same. Then this is where I'm going to put my embellishing. So there's no embellishing on the actual card itself, but there is on the belly band. So I'm going ahead and attaching a ribbon all the way around the belly band just to add a little bit of a pop. And that's in a cute little pink, which isn't super complementary to the cardstock, but it does pick up some of the flowers in the belly band. And I really wanted this to be sort of a girl version of the card and my other example to be a boy version of the card. So once I've tied a cute little knot in there, so I put double-sided tape all the way around underneath the ribbon as well, just to make sure that that fits. Just sliding that on. And then I need to embellish. So I have this little sentiment that says, though she may be little, she is fierce. And I don't have any girls in my family except for myself. So I kind of really wanted to get that onto this card because it's something that would be difficult for me to use. The other pink things were like this pink little bird and the pink little bunny rabbit. I can absolutely put those on a layout of my boys. There's no drama with that at all. But this literally says she. Though she be little, she is fierce. And I don't have any little she's in my family, so I really wanted to make sure I got that on. So I just glued it or double-sided taped it straight to the card. But then I put some foam on the bird to pop it up off the page or off the band. And then once I have finished attaching all of that to the band, I can then pop the band around the middle of my card and my card is complete. So it is a super cute and super quick and easy. It looks like it's challenging. It looks like there's heaps to it, but it's actually super fun and super easy to create. If anyone's wondering in terms of envelopes, I just make those myself, again using the envelope punch board or the envelope portion of my all-in-one tool. And I just use some of the thin scrapbooking paper that we've all got in our stash that, oh, I say that, you might not have any, that I really don't like to use for scrapbooking. It's too thin, but it's perfect for card making. And I just put the complementary color inside and keep the white pattern, so the back side, the white as the outside of the card, so you can put your address and your stamp and all of that jazz on there. So I hope you are enjoying our December series so far. It is very different for us to have cards on our channel. Hope we haven't surprised you too much by having all these card process videos, but we just thought it'd be nice, something different for us to do. and a nice way to ensure something can get used. Sometimes last year when we made the calendars, we realized that we've now got 12 layouts in our calendars that we're not sure what to do with, apart from make an additional calendar album. So we were just conscious of that this year and thought we'd try something a little bit different. So I hope you are enjoying watching those opening videos and seeing the process of what we're doing. Grab a little snapshot of that if you want to see the instructions, or shoot me an email and I will send it to you so you can see what it kind of looks like as a template. There you can see the two different cards together, so you can see in that one how there's that additional little mini fold that folds back, and then in the girls version there's not. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you next time.